FCT Minister ahead of May 2025 inauguration anniversary. Plus, Chairman Abuja Municipal Area Council defects to All Progressives Congress Party.
A very good evening. Thank you very much for joining. A very good evening. Thank you very much for joining us on the news at 7 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Mariam Abubakar Kana. We begin from the presidency. President Bola Tinubu remains fully engaged in Nigeria's governance, even though he is away in Europe. In a statement by Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Nanuga, indicates that his absence remains temporary and in line with the communicated time frame of approximately 2 weeks. The president had left Paris for London at the weekend and has maintained constant communication with key government officials overseeing critical national matters, including directives to security chiefs to address emerging threats in some parts of the country. His return to Abuja and resumption of duties at Aso Villa will follow the conclusion of the Easter holiday. The president's commitment to his duties remains unwavering. In a bid to ensure that promises made are fulfilled, the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, is sustaining the project site's visits ahead of the May inauguration. Onoze Yakubu has the details.
The planned inauguration of some ongoing projects in May to mark the second anniversary of President Tinubu's administration is always on the mind of the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. And it is on this premise that the minister is sustaining the visit to the project site to see things for himself.
We believe that by the grace of God, you have seen the Salini has promised that by the end of May, they would have handed over the project. Levanti, that is doing the Green District, has also promised, you can see the level of work, that by the end of May, they would have also handed over. Secretariat has also promised that they are going to hand over this road by end of May.
In Giri District, the ongoing construction of the Abuja division of the Court of Appeal complex scheduled to be inaugurated in September, and the Inner Southern Expressway, ISEX. The minister says the administration is on course for the project inauguration in May.
But I'm well impressed that from that it takes you to go to the road to Zuba, and that is very important for us. And the Outer Northern Expressway is part of what we think, which is being handled by Gilmore, will also be commissioned in May. I'm impressed with the bridge work. If you had followed us to that place before that, you'll be thinking that it will be difficult. Now, they have succeeded in crossing over the red line, and they have almost, by the end of the week, they have said next week, they will have casting the concrete of the bridge. And it gives us pleasure. We're happy with what we're doing, and we're also happy that the people are happy. You can imagine the communities there had
Thursday, April 17, made another political history in the Abuja Municipal Area Council as it saw the defection of Christopher Zaka Mekalangu to the ruling political party. Epoch-making events had leaders of all the Progressives Congress in attendance, including the National Party Chairman Abdullahi Ganduje, applauding the AMAC Chairman for joining the ruling party and identifying with the Renew Hope agenda campaign of President Tinubu administration, and in line with efforts to deliver dividends of democracy to AMAC residents. Carrying along the indigenous people, giving them administrative positions.
groundbreaking ceremony was celebration galore, all in a bid to receive Mekalangu to the APC. The event featured entertainment by traditional drummers. In Abuja, Deborah Gazaji Micah, NTA News.
The People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the FCT says it remains united and committed to the ideals of providing quality leadership while advancing the cause of making the society better through people-oriented programs and projects. This was reiterated during an expanded party stakeholders meeting held at the FCT Party Secretariat in Abuja. Abdullah.
First, the 2026 FCT Area Council elections and later the general elections in 2027. This FCT PDP expanded stakeholders meeting brought key part in Lahajia, NTA News.
Still talking politics.
Capacity leader who has the interests of his people at heart. Hence, their reason for the unending support, reassuring that success for him is sure.
Our capacity chairman did his you do. God will lead you and will take you to that place in the mighty name of Jesus. We will not disappoint you by the special grace of God. We will make sure Abuja Ward this time around will deliver it to APC.
We have many things. Education is number one, and road, and we have many things.
Barrister Daniel Dauda Zindu, full of vigor, zeal to serve and ready to lead his people, said he has accepted the plea and cry of his people to come and contest and work in the interests of good people of Amak.
The present government, the Renew Hope agenda is doing well, and the
parents promised them that if given the mandate, it will focus more on education and other critical sectors.
By the grace of God, we improve on education, we will improve on infrastructure, we improve on agriculture, we improve on employment. This is the heart of Nigeria. We can't be sitting back and our youth unemployed. So there are various ways to go about this.
Meanwhile, the aspirants and his entourage were in Amak APC Secretariat, where he also declared his intention to them. The party chairman, APC Amak, Mukhtar Abubakar, appreciated Barrister Daniel Dauda Zindu for his resilience. Rosemary Maltelen Bilal, NTA News.
Similarly, as the 2026 FCT Council's election draw closer, more are joining the race. The latest being Obinna Simon, popularly known as MC Tawai. The aspirant says,
for AMAC chairman under the platform of the Social Democratic Party, SDP.
The declaration of intent of Obinna Simon.
Party, SDP.
The declaration of intent of Obinna Simon was before Social Democratic Party area council stalwarts who loaded his agenda on change in the society and solicited for their support in the race. Sophia
depicting to wash each other's feet, depicting this act of humility, primate Anglican Communion, Most Reverend Henry Ndu News.
for happenings on the foreign scene, let's join our
and duties on dozens of other countries, the US has imposed a baseline 10% levy on imports from all countries, including Vietnam. But TAS customers in the US and customs officers alike are uncertain on how much to tax his products, he says. And in North Africa, Sudan's paramilitary have declared the formation of a rivalry government to the country's armed forces, 2 years into a war that has become the world's largest humanitarian crisis. Speaker of the Rapid Support Forces, Mohammed Hamdan Hamadi, said the group was building the only realistic future for Sudan. The announcement came as London hosted a high-level conference to mark the second anniversary of the conflict, where the UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy called for a pathway to peace. Fighting raged on with the army, saying it had bombed RSF positions outside the city. Stay with the Unity Station for the continuation of the news.
Up next is Sports Brief.
Plateau United will now face Rangers International of Enugu in the quarterfinals of this year's Presidential Federation Cup. Abakaliki FC, who edged out Eyimba FC, will square up against Nasarawa United, who defeated Bayelsa United 5-4 on penalties to reach the last 8. Aqua United will welcome Kwara United of Ilorin, while Wiki Tourist of Bauchi have a date with Ikorodu City, who saw off Beyond Limits FC 2-0 in the round of 16.
Whether Arsenal can finish what they started at the Emirates last week, one of their best ever performances in the Champions League. There it is, it sits like a spaceship in the centre of the Spanish capital.
Elsewhere, Arsenal Football Club lived up to expectations against all odds to make it 2 wins at 5-1. Arsenal had secured a 3-0 home win earlier before completing the damage with a 2-1 away victory at the Santiago Bernabeu. It's up with Inter Milan in the second semi-finals. Talking golf, the FCT Golf Association has selected 14 golfers, 7 males and 7 females, to represent the Federal Capital Territory at the upcoming National Sports Festival, scheduled for Ogun State from May 16 to May 30, 2025. The athletes were chosen from a competitive field of 56 players during a rigorous 2-day qualifying series held at the IBB International Golf and Country Club, Abuja. Head coach of the FCT team, Adeniran Olariwaju, expressed confidence in his squad's potential to bring home with Sports Brief.